but we go off topic very fast, and we're very happy to do that if we need. So Tracy, I'd love to know a little bit more about you guys and the background, and give us a plug. Let everybody know who we are.
Sure. Like I said, my name's Tracy, and I blog with my two sisters, Debbie and Sherry. We're over at madefrompinterest.net. Mm-hmm. And we always wanted to do a business with my father. And he ended up passing away from cancer about 10 years ago. And about 3 years ago, we learned about blogging and went, we're three sisters, 3 different states. I bet we could make a business work this way. So we started Made from Pinterest, and we go on and we find pins from Pinterest, and we kind of test them for you and tell you, whether or not they work. And we are at year 3 of blogging. And we started our second blog, which is This Grandma is Fun. So it's about being a grandma and supporting family and being kind of really the cool, fun, supportive grandma. So we're loving it. And
that's awesome.
We definitely have some bacon dishes for you.
That's good.
Tracy, I have a question before we get to that. So I love the idea that, because Pinterest is such, for me, I have a hard time wrapping my head around it. I use it as a food blogger, obviously, but I never know if the stuff on there is like beautiful and tastes crappy or what's the deal. So I love the idea that you guys kind of like dig into some of these pins that are super popular or whatever. What do you have one that just completely bombed that sticks in your mind as one that you're like, wow, this was, you don't have to say like the blog or anything, but like a recipe that just didn't go like you thought it would go?
We did. We've had several. One was several actually, but I think the biggest one that we did that really totally bombed was the microwave caramels that they're just supposed to come out so great. And we were so excited because you're thinking, seriously, caramel in a microwave and you get it out, in 3 minutes and you have it ready to go. And that was just pretty much a disaster.
Well, yeah, it seems like, if it's one of those, like, if it seems too good to be true, it probably
really is. Yeah. So, and we've had a couple others, some pumpkin pancakes. So yeah, they definitely, or we've made it and it tastes really, really good, but ours doesn't quite look like the original.
Oh, yeah, some styling help maybe that they had on their end.
Yeah, and a little Photoshop might have been involved to get it to look quite as good as theirs did. Yeah.
Got it. Yep, that's interesting.
Yeah, I found usually when things don't work, it's because the guy between the screen and the chair here.
Oh, yeah.
Well, very good. So tell me, how did this whole thing about the grandmas come about?
When we first started blogging, my sister Debbie kind of thought about it, and then Made from Pinterest kind of took off. So she kind of put that on the back burner for a little bit, and we kind of got Made from Pinterest stabilized. And we are really, really passionate about family and spending time together as a family, strengthening the unit. Debbie and I are both now. She's a Grammy and I'm a Nana. And we decided that we would love to do This Grandma is Fun, where it's got just fun activities and unique things to do with your grandkids. And we just got an idea from a lady the other day, and she says every year when her kids get their school pictures, she will have them send a school picture to her, like a 5x7. She'll stick it in a frame and then with a glass in it. And then she'll draw a really funny face on every one of the grandkids that's different. And so when the grandkids come over, they cannot wait to run in the house and go see what grandma did to them and their school picture for that year. So, we have a lot of really fun stuff that you can do. We're going to do product reviews and movie reviews and kind of get into that, what is the grandparent relationship with the grandchild and the parents, and, how we can really support without kind of crossing the line of, really think you should be doing it this way with the kids, because I have all this experience of kind of how to really support each other and the influence that we as grandparents can have on our grandchildren.
Yeah, that's great.
And we're, really, really excited about that site. So it's up. It's up and running. It's been up for about a month, and we're looking forward to getting quite a bit more content
Yeah,
up there.
can you say the URL one more time, Tracy?
It's thisgrandmaisfun.com.
And actually, Tracy, on the right-hand side of the screen, you can send a message to everybody and type the URL.
Oh, yeah, you can put it in the message thing down there.
Yeah. That way everybody can get check it out.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Yeah, and our first little thing that we've done, we've created a book which is called Grandma's Survival Binder. So say you guys are going to go on vacation and Grandma's going to come watch the kids. Everything you can possibly think of that you would want that grandparent to know while you're gone is going to be in that little binder, including some things that you might not have thought of.
We're doing that this weekend, actually. My wife and I are doing that this weekend, so I'm going to have to look at this.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. We had one friend, we even have in there, where's the closest gas station? So you got to get gas in the cars out. You kind of want to know where the closest one is, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're excited. It's a really fun idea. Yeah,
that sounds super fun. We're big on family here, too. And if you, as a trick, this is TGIF. This Grandma is Fun. So
yeah, we did that on purpose.
Yeah, very good. Very good.
Yeah, I love it.
Thank you.
Well, we kind of went the same direction with you. We're kind of personally branding ourselves, and you'll notice on our website if you go to Dan330, a lot of Periscope blogs, a lot of these. We obviously started this weekly show, so it's a big deal. And sorry if I look a little distracted. I'm getting a lot of text messages from. I think there are -4 viewers that they're showing, so. So they're watching, but they're having some technical issues. So that's what I'm doing if I keep looking over to the side here. But that's okay. I put this on my personal Facebook, and everybody wants to go see. So, anyways,
so let's talk about bacon, Tracy. Right? Well, first, do you have any thoughts on? Does either of you guys have any thoughts on the report that we should not eat bacon anymore? That it's like, I guess it gives people cancer. Did you see this? Did you see this?
I did. It's wrong, but it's just wrong.
Yeah.
I can tell you, it's just wrong. You know what? All things in moderation are fine, right?
That's my thought.
I think there's more research that needs to be done on it. And I think that as long as we are, moderate about what we do, bacon's a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I read some follow-up to the WHO report that said, the amount of red meat that they were testing to get the results that it was like a carcinogen or whatever was basically you would have to, as an adult male, I would have to eat like 10 sirloin steaks every day.
I've tried.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying very hard. Not quite there yet. Still training.
Well, if it makes a difference, I have a demonstration coming up in a little bit that might actually give a little bit of credence to that WHO report. So I took something that was already unhealthy and made it a lot worse for you. So we'll get there in a second, but I'm a big fan of bacon.
It just tastes even better, right?
Yeah. So we were out here earlier pumping the show up. I got a bunch of trolls already, like sending me pictures of baby pigs. Like, we're babies, not meat.
Oh.
So do you guys run that very often?
Yeah, I do. I have a group of readers that anytime I post a recipe with meat in it, they send me emails. But I I try to. I also eat a lot of vegetarian stuff, so I try to kind of do a little of both. Yeah. But I mean, to each their own, I say.
That's very good.
Yeah, we really haven't run into that. We haven't. We must have a really healthy bacon loving group.
Yeah,
we've had no opposition thus far.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh well, I'll send mine to you, Tracy, if you want.
Yeah, you send them my direction. We'll straighten them out really quick.
I'll send them your way. You can get them straightened out.
Yeah, what we really should do is take one of Tracy's sisters didn't make it, and we'll make her email where you send all the complaints.
Oh yeah, there you go.
So if you have any suggestions for us, let us know. But that's funny. Well, do you guys want to keep talking? I have a bunch of stuff prepped in my kitchen, and then after I show you that, Nick, did you have something too?
I do. Yeah, I have a healthy bacon thing, sort of healthy. Yeah.
Well, I went the other way.
I know. Yeah, we're
So
kind
this
of
might work.
opposites. Yeah. Do you want? Who do you want to go first? You want me, Tracy? What do you have anything to demo, or you just want to talk about?
We have a ton of bacon. Matter of fact, we have one called tater tot bacon bombs. And it's you take a tater tot and you slit it open. You put really sharp cheese inside of it with a little bit of hot sauce. You wrap it in the bacon, roll it in a little bit of, talking about not healthy, brown sugar.
Whoa.
And then you put them in the oven until they're really nice and crispy. And then you've got all your sauces that you can dip them in. And that's a real popular one on our site.
Cool.
It's going
you should
really
put
well.
that link down in the message thing for sure.
Yeah, not to give you too much work here.
Yeah, people need to know. People need to know.
So what do you think of Blab? This is your first one. Or second one.
This is really nice.
Pretty fun.
I am loving this. Very casual, very easy. This is really fun. Like, Nick, now I feel like there's a face. I kind of know you. There's a little.
Yeah, we think it's
great. I love this. We're excited.
Yeah, there's only it's so funny.
I think so.
This Blab site is so new. I feel like there's only 10,000 people in the whole world that know about it. So it's kind of a struggle to get people to try it and get people on the platform and to check it out. But every time we get somebody on it, it seems like they really love it. So, we're just kind of trying to get the word out a little bit.
I talked to one of my sisters and she goes, "Oh yeah, I've heard of that. One of my friends told me about that." And so I was like,
knows.
There's someone knows about
I would love to have this thing really take off. Can you hear me?
Can I hear you? Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, so this happened to me the other day too, because I've been listening and I can hear myself talking, which may or may not be a good thing. But now all of a sudden I just went silent. So there you go. So if I get echoey or anything, let me know. I can hear you guys.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to stick a couple links in here. There's one. I'll give you a couple more, one or two more.
Well, I have my camera 2 ready to go here, so I'll whip mine out. It'll take me 4 to 5, 6 minutes to show you. Because I did 2 batches. The first one's already done, so we don't have to wait for all the cooking. All right, and then
lead us on.
And then I'm just gonna hop on here as my other self.
Yeah, this is how I don't know how you do this stuff, man. This is Tracy. Chris is
So I just want to blab on my phone here.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a technical guru. The guy's amazing.
Yeah, see, now you can't do that, though.
Now I have to leave the room. So here we go. Oh, I have to reset myself.
All right.
Off he goes. We'll see him in a minute. He did this with me the other day. There he goes.
So, through the magic of walking, I'm heading into my kitchen.
Okay, there's 3 bacon recipes up there.
So what we did is a candied bacon sriracha. And to give you an idea, what we have here is we just laid out bacon on a baking sheet, and you can see it's just like this. And what we're going to do is just take some brown sugar here. Sorry about my man hands here. And we're going to sprinkle it on top just like this. And then, once it's covered about this much, you can do as much or as little as you like. We just drizzle on some sriracha, which just gives it a little bit of a bite. And then the trick is you want them to be relatively straight. So I take another.
Oh.
Sorry, I need a third hand here. I take it like that, put another piece of parchment. So there's parchment on top and bottom. And the bacon in between, and then we put another pan on top. What that does is, as it cooks, it bakes flat, so you have sticks, not, you cook bacon in a pan, it gets kind of gnarly looking. So we just take that in here, and I've got an oven preheated to 350 degrees, and we stick it in for about 20 minutes. I'm going to set my timer because it would be pretty typical of me to burn the crud out of this. And then when you're done, when you take it out, you can take the parchment paper off here, and you can see I cut them in half because I think they get too long. They're better as an appetizer or a snack when they're just half the length of the bacon. Let them cool down because the sugars are going to make them really sticky and hot. But once they cool down, they just peel off just like that. It's just really easy. I put some in a rack. And then
Nice.
when you're done, we use them as dips. So I have a sriracha, a mustard, a basil strawberry jelly, and chocolate. And the way that we serve them then is we put them in little cups like this for appetizers for your party. This is my
That's great.
chocolate-coated candied sriracha bacon, which has everything unhealthy that I love in it. One bite.
I say, you're right, Chris. You really made it unhealthy, but it looks fabulous.
That was mine.
Yeah, what do you wait, Chris, talk to me more. So the parchment that you use, you just do that to help it because otherwise it would just stick too much. Is that the idea?
Yeah, so I just use the parchment paper. Well, then the cleanup's a lot easier.
Right.
Yep.
Probably absorb some of the extra grease, right?
Eat another piece here.
Yeah.
That's a great. I love using the pan on top because I do bake my bacon, which is a lot easier. I've got 5 kids, so when we do bacon, I need to crank it out really quick. And baking, it's nice, but it does kind of shrink.
Yeah,
I'm
double
able
pan
to do that next
cool.
time. It's really nice. Yeah,
Yeah, and
right.
this
I do
was
too.
thin
I
cut
really
bacon,
like that.
which is part of my problem. They started to fall over a little bit,
Yeah.
but you can see it's just nice and flat. Works great. But it's one of our favorites. I was going to take a picture, and write a blog about it, but I'll do that in a little bit. So that's why my real camera's out here. But yeah. Anyways, so there we
Like
go.
it.
Oh, my daughter. Hey, Stella, want to say hi? Hi.
Hi.
Yeah. You good?
Hi, Stella.
Mommy.
Nope, that's not mommy.
Yeah.
That's Nick.
I now have
Great.
6 children, apparently.
So very good. I'm just gonna X out of this one. Hanging up.
Hop back in.
And join you here.
Hey.
Nick, you know what? Would you tell me a little bit about your blog, how you got started? I just know you through Chris really briefly, and I went to your blog, and it's beautiful. I loved it. But how'd you get started?
I have been doing this for a while. So I started machismo almost 8 years ago when I moved in. So I was dating the woman who's now my wife, and we were living together for the first time. And she was basically like, she refused to cook anything ever and hated it. So I just sort of decided that if we were ever going to eat a homemade meal, like it was just going to be on me to figure it out. So I started kind of playing around in the kitchen, and then I started the blog as just at the time. So, now there's like tons of food blogs, but at the time, 8 years ago or whatever, there wasn't that many. And there especially wasn't that many like guys running food blogs.
Right.
So I kind of just started it to give, a point of view from like a dude who's trying to learn how to cook on his own. So that was kind of the idea. It's funny now it's evolved and almost all of my readers are moms and women. So I've kind of lost the dude audience a little bit, but no, it's still super fun. And, it's mostly now I post like 2 or 3 recipes a week and just try to make, good food. So yeah.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. I love everything I see. I'm looking at it right now.
Thanks.
I love
Thanks
your
a lot.
photography. Yeah. It's just beautiful.
Tracy, I do have some things on Pinterest. If you wanted to test them out, there are some recipes available.
As long as you don't ask us to make the Taj Mahal out of Legos, we're probably game, right? That's what we tell people. As long as it's a reasonable request, we probably try it for you. Yeah. Well, the funny thing that we have found with our Made from Pinterest blog is we've chosen recipes that we're sure like, oh, this is going to be a big hit. Our readers are going to love it. And, we'll make it. it goes okay. And then we've had a couple things that one of our most popular posts, oddly enough, my sister made it. It's $1 Million Spaghetti. And it was December, and her daughter was getting married, and we were all there visiting, and she had a blog post due, and, you know, she had to get everybody fed. And so she thought, you know what, I'm just going to kind of do it all at once and make this $1 Million Spaghetti and snap pictures of it really quick and then feed it to everybody, and we'll go do all the wedding stuff. And so she thought, you know, you guys, I'm sorry. This is probably like one of those filler posts where it's not the best photography, but I got it done. She puts it up our all-time most viewed post.
Isn't that funny how that works? Like the thing that you don't spend that much, or like, not that you don't spend time on it, but you're not sure if it's going to really like be popular, and it ends up being like amazing.
Resonate.
It makes me feel like I have no idea what I'm doing. Like, you know, like, like
No, it's true. It's like I said, you know, sometimes it's just a shot in the dark. You just do not, you know. I think that one really resonated because, you know, it is something that you could do kind of quick, but it's more than just spaghetti, you know, and everyone's going to, cream cheese. We have found that cream cheese, and cinnamon tend to always do really well on Pinterest.
Yeah. Make more cream cheese things. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Those do tend to go over really well. So yeah, it is kind of interesting to watch, you know, what the trends are, or if something's been dead for a long time and all of a sudden it gets picked up. We always wonder, you know, what made this come back to life.
You know, isn't that true though? It's that raw moment when you go, oh, this is a good idea, or you come up with something and it just happens, and it's just life, and it just resonates so well like that. I think that's part of the reason Blab's going to work, because this is what you're doing here. I mean, you know, it's just that raw, you know, this is who we are and this is what we're doing. I think that's a lot more attractive than you know, something that might just be out there and, you know, we searched for it and found it, but don't know anything about who's behind it, who did it, or why they did it. So that's part of the reason I'm really excited about this platform too.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Totally agree with you. I mean, some of our best posts have been the same way.
Okay.
Stuff I did.
Well, how nice is it going to be able to ask people questions like this right away and get the feedback? I mean, you know, with blogs, you've got the comments, and then as a blogger, we're trying to get to it as quick as we can. But, you know, I have found that I won't get on the computer at 5 p.m., after 5 p.m., and then I'll come back the next morning and I find a comment that says, hey, I'm at the store and I'm going to make this tonight. Do I need this? Right. You know, and then you're like, oh, shoot, you know, I missed that comment. There's no way I could have done that. And it's like, with Blab, this is awesome because can I substitute? Would this be better? And you know, this is, I think,
it should,
really,
you know, and our hope was that we do this show and we bring people on, and, you know, the kind of format that we agreed on is we'll have our guests, we'll do a couple demonstrations or whatever. And then, you know, after about half an hour or so, we'll go a little over tonight, which is just fine. Then we'll go from very casual to extremely casual, and people can just come up here and talk, you know, whatever they want with us. We went for almost 2 hours a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
We
what
made
was
a
your
s'mores beer,
topics?
but we brought on, it was another Blab group that came on and said, well, we go around every Thursday night and go to a microbrewery and sample their beers. And there's 4 of us from different parts of the country. We saw your Blab, but they came on. We just chatted and went on and on and on and on. But that's kind of what happens in a lot of these. I think that's a good tip for anybody who does a show, is to make it really clear people are always welcome to pop on and ask questions. Because when I watch them, I feel like I'm not allowed to be a participant unless they ask, which isn't true. So if you are watching, don't hesitate. Hop on. There's an open seat. That's why we have an open seat. You can always ask questions. That's why we're here. We want to interact with you. So
yeah, for sure. Travis just joined. Hey, Travis, good to have you. Do you guys want to see my healthy bacon thing?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so, well, it's healthy.
I'd love to see your healthy bacon thing.
So the story behind this, so I have all the stuff here. I'm going to try to do this in front of my computer, so we'll see how this goes. But the story behind this is when my wife was pregnant last year, she could only eat like 4 things she just had terrible morning sickness and just had aversions to everything. And so the hardest thing for her was figuring out like what to bring for lunch to work every day. Like she just couldn't figure out what to bring. And this was like the one thing that she could bring. It was like a bacon wrap. It's basically like it's like a BLT sandwich, but it's like a little bit of a twist, and it keeps better because it's in wrap form. So it's easier to like take to work or wherever you're going. But it's super easy. So I have all the stuff on plates. I'm trying to show you. Yeah. Okay. So the key to this is to make super crispy bacon, kind of like we talked about. Like I bake mine too, right? So it's nice and crispy. And then, so instead of doing sliced tomatoes, especially like in the fall or winter when like if you're in August, yeah, whatever, tomatoes are going to be delicious. This time of year though, I like to use just like the grape tomatoes because they're always pretty good. And I just make like a little salad with like scallion and a little olive oil. That, you can see that. So then
that's great.
Instead of like mayo, I'm a big mayo fan, but my wife is not a big mayo fan. So
is she okay?
Yeah. So she is a big avocado fan. So I'll do like some avocado on a tortilla or wrap. I don't know if you can see this. I need to figure out Chris's method of having a second camera. That would really be helpful. Do that. And then you put some like crispy bacon. You put some of the salad business. I'll show you guys what I'm doing. I know you can't see this. That's okay. So it's like,
Ooh.
Yeah.
I haven't had lunch.
This
is brutal.
It's getting there, right? We're getting there.
Right.
And then some like really crispy like romaine lettuce or something if you have that laying around. And then you kind of just like roll it up. And it's like crunchy. Her thing when she was pregnant is like she couldn't do she needed like texture, like mushy stuff was like she was just like, no, I can't do it. Yeah. Right. So this was like perfect because it was like a lot of really crispy veggies. And then, so I'm going to try to cut this in half so we can see it here. But it's super easy to make, and it's like cute little wraps, tomato, avocado, crispy bacon, lettuce, all together. And you can just wrap them up and take them on the go. And they're really easy to make and good for lunches and stuff like that. So that's my healthy bacon.
Do you put any seasonings in with your olive oil, or is it just the olive oil?
I do olive oil. I keep it really simple. So like olive oil and like a little salt and pepper. I mean, you could totally go crazy with it, I'm sure. But let's see. Hold on. I will link to this also on my site.
Cool. And I just threw up a link too. I started an email list for the show. So I turned every one of these into a blog and had a mailing list just so we can email people letting them know when we're going to come on. So
nice.
All right. So if people want to make malt wraps, there you go.
Yeah, that looks awesome, man. I like it. Not quite as awesome as sriracha candy goodness, but
Well, it's going to be kind of hard to
top. I'm sitting in here having to smell it and thinking I really want to be out there eating more, but that's okay. And my wife just yelled at me. She's eating it.
What's keto? You know about this? Travis knows about this.
Keto.
Keto is this is kind of when you like Dr. Atkins' diet, where you do a very low carb, all protein, kind of a high fat diet, and it gets your body into a ketosis state for a while. And for a lot of people, they will lose their body responds really well to it, and they have really good results in weight loss. And so, but it's a lot of protein. You're eating lots and lots of protein and bacon and high fat food. And it's something that's kind of coming back a little bit. It was probably most popular about 20 years ago, but it's
I've actually done similar. It works really well for me.
Really?
Yep.
Huh.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
doesn't look like
Yeah. So and it includes butters and mayonnaise. So it's kind of a lot of people veer away
it doesn't
from it
have to
because
be
it's a
high
lot of
protein
fat,
either.
really.
I mean, that's bad too if you have too much. But
yeah, so it's kind of moderation, but it can be. A lot of people have had a lot of success with it.
Earlier this year, I lost about 30 pounds doing it over the course of about 4 months.
Really?
And I was really casual, and I didn't even work that hard.
Pretty good.
No.
Did you? So you weren't exercising?
No.
No, about the exercising. I play hockey once a week. That's about it. Which it's kind of a Minnesota thing up here, but
yeah, for sure.
I see Vincent joined us. Welcome.
Hey, Vincent.
Try to give shout outs to everybody that comes on when we see him.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, anyways, it's been it's fun. As far as the keto, it would be interesting to see what I don't know how healthy bacon is because I know they like to do the nuts and the simple fats and that kind of thing. It's not really saturated, but that's okay. Yeah. Speaking of which, so I need to help you guys. I just got a sponsored post by a ranch. I got some Wagyu beef.
Oh, good.
And we're trying to think of some fun stuff to do. So if do either of you guys have any really good steak ideas or concepts that we could knock off?
I don't know, man. I'm not sure I would do much with it. I might just keep it
I know.
Pretty simple.
I almost feel bad like, hey, here's a grilled steak.
Right.
So I'm getting you my sister's restaurant steak. It is fantastic. Let me get it, and I'll stick the link up really quick. It's got
cool
herb butter topping on there.
Awesome. I'll check that out.
There you go. And this is actually another one of our really popular posts that we have that's done really, really well. And it's kind of like you said, Nick, it's kind of simple. It's not a whole lot, but just enough it's just fantastic. We went out there not long ago, and she made it for us, and I almost licked my plate. Great. It was just so good. Yeah.
Oh. Yes, yeah. So if you ever want to share pictures, I should mention this too. I know, Tracy, you're new, and a lot of people are new that are watching this. You just take the URL of the image and you can put it in there in the comments there, and it pulls them in.
That works, huh?
Usually, no, it didn't work when I just did this one. So I don't know if you have your pictures.
I'll try it.
Protected. Copy the URL of the image or the GIF that you want to use, and you can just paste it in the comment. Mm-hmm. So copy image URL. And paste it.
Okay.
But we're definitely having some technical problems today. Because I know I've got a lot of text from people that said that they can't see us except just a white screen. And I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 icons, and we have plus or minus 9 people compared to that. Yeah. And we have negative 2 people watching. So so I think it's just they're in beta mode, and that's life. But anyways, welcome Davon.
Oh, Vince said it looks good. Yeah, I think some people may just have problems. I don't know.
Yeah, well, that's okay.
Yeah. Does anybody have any baking questions? We're having some people join. I don't know if people have questions or want recipe ideas.
Like I told Tracy earlier, I said, don't worry, we stay on topic, 50 to 60% of the time.
50, yeah. 20% of the time we talk about what we are supposed to be talking about.
Or not totally on topic. Sounds typical. Okay, I'm trying to get the URL of that picture to see if I can get it to work here.
Yeah, and Vincent said it looks fine to him, so whatever. And a lot of times, like I said, the error is usually between the keyboard and my chair.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can grab this.
So, Nick, I don't know if you saw, but my Vikings won again.
I did see that.
And Packers lost, so that puts us right
you guys
up
are in first now, right?
At number 1. We're third place in the power rankings.
And don't you play them this weekend too?
Yeah, we do. At home. So, in typical Minnesota fashion, what would happen is we get killed 40-0, but
no. That's not going to happen. I don't think the Packers are very good this year.
Well, they haven't looked great. But they have lost 2 games by last play of the game too. So
hey, remember what we talked about a few weeks ago when I told you Peyton Manning was going to choke and get pulled? Did I call that one or what?
Yeah, that was good. I'll give you that one.
Threw 5 interceptions. I was like, okay. Yeah.
Should put money down on that one.
That's funny. So one of the most popular posts that we do every week is our tailgating post. So I'm going to put a link up there because as long as we are kind of talking about bacon, we did all bacon things. So you guys can, anybody who's watching can see that. But yeah, so how's the rest of your season going to look?
Probably terribly. I don't know.
Yeah. Tracy, who's your football team? Yeah.
Oh, we're the 49ers. And they're being the 49ers right now. So we'd love to see Kaepernick come back, but it doesn't look like it's happening.
Well, what I think what's most important in Minnesota here is our hockey team is killing it. I think we're like 11-3-2 or something.
Oh, nice.
I'm trying to post photos, but it doesn't work.
Yeah, I see that. So you're not getting the icon. Anybody else, can you see those?
I don't think so.
I see.
Yeah,
I see the little picture.
Nope.
Yeah, it didn't go. The icon it didn't go.
Oh, there's no wave.
Hi. Your bacon just buzzed, so I checked it. It's not ready yet. I put it back in. How long do you want it?
I don't know. 5 minutes?
Got it.
Sure.
I was just going to say 5 minutes. That's always the rule for longer,
would
right?
you like to
5
join
more
us?
minutes, and then you check it.
Yeah. Do you?
Hey, Stella.
Oh, he's still.
Hi.
Okay. I want to give you guys one more bacon recipe that I wrote about a few months ago. So I made a BLT quesadilla.
Oh, cool.
I was trying to post the photo, but it doesn't work, so you'll have to go to the site. But basically, you put the bacon and cheese in a quesadilla, but then you top it with like a light, like kind of salad.
I want to move your arm so I can do this.
And it's like fresh. It's like kind of fresh, but still pretty bacony and delicious.
That's cool.
Yeah, I like that recipe a lot.
All right, here's one that I did recently that went over really well with my family. I don't know if you guys have seen the bacon cheddar pull-apart bread. This is the recipe where you cut it's a round loaf of bread and you cut it so it's got the little squares. And it was funny because I'm making it and I was making it. Everyone came in the kitchen, what are you making? And that thing came out of the oven and it got devoured.
That's awesome.
And the thing that was nice about it it was so easy to make. It was for the time, the return on it was great because it didn't take much time to make.
I could probably read it. Like, what kind of bread did you use, Tracy? Just like okay, cool.
Ooh,
I use sourdough. Yeah, I used the sourdough, and that's.
Do you guys ever make any of your own bread?
Yeah, I do. It's I know it's like 4 ingredients. I'm a big fan of no knead bread.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I'm lazy. But I'll just put the stuff in a bowl and leave it overnight, and then make it the next day, and it's delicious.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're gluten free over here.
I got a guy for you.
I've had to learn to do the gluten free thing, and that the bread that was challenging actually at first because there is a lot out there, but a lot of it doesn't really taste that fantastic. So it's kind of taken a while. And the biggest thing that we missed was bagels. That my daughter was, she was going to go in the fetal position and never recover. And so I've got a bagel recipe it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Yeah. Yeah. Nice. It's got up on the blog. I'll see if I can find it and stick it in here. But that was, it was nice to be able to make bagels again.
Love a good bagel. I haven't made
bagels are fun to make.
I haven't made those in a long time.
No, I haven't either. It doesn't work very well if you're doing the Atkins diet, though.
No.
You're missing out if you're on Atkins.
Okay, so I was listening to Ask Chef Bob. No, Ask Chef Dennis. Sorry.
Yeah. Get your chefs right.
Yeah, right. I know. And he was on with Rock Sticks in Hell, which is another chef. So if you follow those guys, they're fun to watch. Oh, look at Siri start talking to me. Oh, sorry. So what happened was they had a whole show on gluten-free stuff that's on there. So go to Rock Sticks in Hell. I think he specializes in gluten-free cooking and recipes.
Let me do it.
So check him out because he's got a lot of really good stuff on there. I'm going to deliver this one to a TV. Hold on just a second.
Okay.
You want to watch the TV? Oh, good.
Yeah. The joys of having little ones.
I got to go pick mine up pretty soon, actually.
Yeah, I've got someone covering mine, so I wouldn't have to be.
How many kids do you have, Tracy?
Distracted or interrupted.
Oh, just 5.
I only have 5.
Oh.
Yeah, just 5. Actually, you know what? I'm really low in numbers. My first 4 are out of the house, and I have 3 in college. Yeah, so I only have 1 at home, which is really quiet for me.
How's he doing?
It's a little eerie sometimes. He's doing great. Are you thinking about the one in college who did the hip?
Good.
Yeah, he's actually doing really well. He's got to go in for a checkup. It's a little bit sore. Nick, I got to tell you, my son went to Lake Powell last summer, and they were out doing the wakeboarding, and, last day of the trip, last morning, last run, and he fell and he dislocated his pelvis. Yeah, it was pretty brutal. Yeah, it was pretty brutal. And so he's really lucky because they had lifelined him out and took him in, knocked him out. They popped it back in, and he's, for the most part, he's fine. It's pretty amazing that he's walked away from this with very little damage that we're aware of. Yeah. It's there was a friend of ours is a physical therapist. We weren't there, but this gal who's a physical therapist was there, and he fell, and they were in another ski boat. And so they told him, we need help. Go get Kay from the houseboat. She's the physical therapist. And they said, we think that he's dislocated his pelvis. And she says, no. She says, you don't understand. People don't do that. It takes so much force and the right kind for that to happen. She says, that is an airplane crash. That's a head-on collision. She says, it just doesn't really happen that often. And I talked to her after the accident. She goes, not only did he do it, he did it really big. Huh. So,
and they just, pop that back in and then send you out the door and hope for the best.
You know what? This is crazy. They took him into the closest trauma hospital. They put him under, and they literally get up on the table because they have to get at just the right angle, position them, and they roll it in and pop it right back into the socket. And so they did that, and he was out of the hospital about 5 hours later.
Well, I'm glad he's doing okay.
Crazy on crutches. Yeah, so he's doing.
That's really good.
He's doing
I had
really
a very,
well.
very minor overextension of my shoulder, and I immediately thought of your son.
Yeah. So if this hurts this bad, right? Yeah.
It's got to be one of the most painful things you can do.
Yeah. It's probably a really good thing that my husband and I, that we weren't there. It's probably.
Some things are better written about.
Yeah. Yeah, finding out about it later.
Well, do you guys have any other bacon news? I don't know.
Not really.
We talked about a lot of bacon stuff. Have you guys ever made your own bacon? Have you tried to do it from scratch, like cure it and everything?
No, but I'd love to.
Yeah.
Wow.
We should try to find someone who's done it before and bring them on.
I know some people who have done it before.
It can't be that. It's just
it's not that hard.
Slice, right?
It's not that hard.
Really?
I mean, it's just it takes time, Oh,
here's a guy who makes bacon jerky. Hey, come on, tell us about it. Candied with brown sugar. Yep. Here he is.
Bacon jerky.
All right. This is why Blab is so awesome. Hey, Tony.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good.
No, my kids got me a dehydrator for Father's Day.
Yeah.
So I can't remember how much time it is. If you look it up online, you just pretty much grab a bacon slice and then coat it in brown sugar, and then throw it in the oven in the lowest setting for I think it was like 5 or 6 hours.
Whoa!
And then finish it off in the dehydrator, and it's pretty delicious.
You dehydrate it?
Yeah. Well, the dehydrator will take all the moisture out of it and turn it into kind of like a jerky. It's real simple.
It'd almost be like a hard candy. With
the brown sugar caramelizes and it turns into kind of like it's like a hard, delicious, beautiful candy.
Very cool. I give props for that one.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, and we're on this keto diet, and one of the major things that they make you eat is bacon because of the fat. Fat's good for you. Yeah. So
there you go.
Yeah.
So tell us about that. Why are you on that? Just any health reasons, or just because? Yeah,
actually, I struggled with my weight all the time since I was younger. Being Hispanic, Mexican moms believe that if you're fat, you're healthy. So now that I'm older, my liver numbers were a little off. Not too bad, but it turns out I have a fatty liver. So the doctor recommended a low carb type diet. And if you look at if you study like what the keto diet and how it's formed, like I don't know all the scientific stuff. I'm more of the just eat this kind of guy. My wife's the one that does all the research. So they recommend that you eat fatty foods, but when you take the carbs out, the fat converts into energy. So if you look at a documentary on Netflix called Fathead, it explains all that. It's pretty cool.
I'm looking it up. Yeah, and I have Netflix.
Yeah. And he actually, that documentary, Super Size Me.
Yeah.
He debunks it, and you can go through it, and it explains all the doctors going by the food pyramid, and it's the same food pyramid they use in livestock to fatten them, before they slaughter them, stuff like that. So
cool.
It's kind of it goes against everything that you've been told,
Well, it doesn't surprise us. I mean, so many of us are in such great shape in this country that it doesn't surprise me that there are some problems with it.
Exactly. Well, but the thing with the keto stuff, like I went from, at one point I was 317 something pounds, and now I'm down to 280.
Wow.
I eat the bacon and steaks, and I'm working on incorporating vegetables and stuff like that. But I feel great, and awesome. I could be doing better, like my wife. She's more dedicated to this, but I just, it's hard.
It's cool, man. My wife is better at everything too. So.
Right? Yeah, that's how it is with mine.
And mine's listening, so I agree.
Right.
Not quite. I'm being over here. It's like, you're right. You are all correct. Let me just tell you, good men here.
Happy wife.
Good men on the show. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, that's really good. That's super proud of you, man.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so just look it up. Candied bacon. You really don't need a dehydrator. You can do it straight in the oven.
Just do it in the oven.
Yeah, in the oven, and it's. If I look it up again, you can just turn it down to like the lowest settings, and it'll take a few hours to make, but it's pretty delicious.
Cool.
So check it out.
Yeah, very cool.
All right, see you guys.
Hey, thanks,
for
Tony.
having me on. Have a good one.
Yeah, have a great one, man. Bye. Well, that was kind of cool. I love this platform.
That's great.
Yeah. Thanks, Tony. That was fun.
If we get this to the point where you had just dozens and dozens and dozens of people watching, I mean, you could just roll for hours like this.
It could almost be dangerous.
Yeah,
like I feel like I could but spend like 3 hours sitting here just chatting with people, and then you look up and it's like, oh wait, I got to go pick my kid up and like go do something, but I'm sitting here.
I was literally trying to watch a movie on Netflix.
Easily.
I try to watch dumb movies my wife wouldn't like when she's out in the evening. So I was sitting there and found some.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to grab this, guys. Hang on one sec, okay?
And I literally got on Blab and I was listening to these guys talk about blogging, and I was like, couldn't believe it that I was still that's all that.
Valerie's taking out. Run back out there so you don't miss her.
I got like 10 minutes of movie watch. I spent the rest of the time on board.
I think so.
That was the bottom line.
Have you been hopping on other blabs, Chris?
Oh yeah.
That's
I'm trying
what
to grow my
start
account.
doing.
Yeah, I feel like we're getting to the point where we're getting close to really having this down.
Yeah. We're getting better.
For sure. Yeah, it just takes practice.
I still need to work on, I need to go through and look at how your because I haven't really been talking about it on Machismo at all. I need to get people like watching it, you know?
Yeah, and I think what we can do is, I want to grow a following specifically for this show. Yeah. And that's why I can have the email thing and whatever.
Right.
I've been taking all these and making them into a blog post at the bottom of each. And then, so it's good content. They got a nice, rich thing with. We're gonna have an hour-long video or more on this one.
Yeah, it's cool.
That's a big deal. Are
you down with? I actually do have to go pick up my kid pretty soon, so I'm gonna have to hop off. But
yeah, that's okay.
But do you want to do one? I know next Thursday's Thanksgiving, so we're not gonna do one next Thursday. But do you want to do one on Wednesday? Do you want to do a Taste Food Live on Wednesday? We can talk Thanksgiving leftovers and stuff like that.
I think that'd be a great idea. And
cool.
And Tracy, you'd be more than welcome
to hop on if you want to. Yeah.
Well, we're looking for like an official guest, but whatever.
Yeah.
We want people to hop on and off anyway. Sure. So it'd be great to have you.
Oh yeah. I would love to pick up some new recipes anyway, so that'd be awesome.
Like I said, I guess we kind of talk shop a little bit here. I don't really care. I mean, whatever direction this needs to go in, let's go in it. I think the whole idea is to grow a following and get this to the point where we really have a little bit of influence and a brand. So, like, to me, I would love to be bringing other food bloggers in, and let's all promote the show. And then we can just sit here and just link back to our sites and just have that following and just talk and teach and learn and have some community together. To me, that makes a lot of sense. So I'm open to all sorts of stuff. I mean, I'd like to host this time slot or whatever. That was originally my idea. But what if we move I'm totally cool moving it into the evenings. I mean, if 8 o'clock Central makes the most sense.
I don't know. Yeah. I emailed the Blab people to try to see if there was a time when like more people were watching. Because maybe it makes more sense to do it at night if that's when more people are on. But I don't know if they have that kind of. They didn't reply with any sort of hard numbers, so I don't even know if they know that right now. Yeah.
If they have the analytics to support it.
But I feel like it kind of makes sense that maybe more people would watch at night. I don't know.
I think so. Yeah. Just like right now, you've got to run and go get the kids. And that was my son who just called, So I do feel like an evening is probably people are going to be more inclined to join.
And I think, even it'd be really cool to have a pool of us that just do these regularly. We can hop on and off each other's shows and all this other stuff. I mean, this is kind of the one Nick and I are doing. But, it just makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
We should be growing and promoting each other like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, everyone benefits.
Okay, cool. Well, I gotta go, guys. Tracy, it was awesome meeting you. And let's stay in touch.
Nice to meet
email,
you.
However, if you try one of my pins, let me know.
It's funny. There are some people that are afraid of us, but we're not scary.
I'm not afraid of you.
I
think the only reason you would have to be afraid is if like you made some kind of weird recipe, right? Like all my stuff is pretty normal. That is, I think
the only person that should be afraid is the cardiologist.
Safe,
right.
But real quick before you go, Nick, you emailed somebody or a couple people about coming on next week.
Yes.
Did you hear anything back?
I didn't hear anything back from them. I actually have her cell phone number too, so I might just text her, but.
Well, why don't you email me and we'll just figure it out.
We'll figure it out. Worst case scenario, I did write a whole book on leftovers. So if we have to talk about leftovers with me, I can probably figure it out.
I guess you did.
Yeah, I think I can hold down the leftovers for it, but we'll try to get somebody else on too.
Good. Well, let's meet up again, and I think next Wednesday makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Let's do.
And I think once we get through the holidays, then let's move our show to the evenings.
Yeah, I agree.
And really try to promote it and grow it. And
maybe after Thanksgiving, we could do a test show on like, you know, a night, like during the night or something.
Hey, he should.
Yeah, totally.
Do you have him?
Yeah, I think a lot of it's just a matter of just getting our own following up to speed with it. You know, just and watching. I mean, I know there's a lot of people that are on my website watching this that aren't necessarily logged on to here.
Right, yeah.
Because they've been texting me and they're not showing up on my icon list. So.
Yeah.
If you, he should come running out because I told him, I said, run back out because Valerie should be out. So I was expecting him to run back out to the corner.
No, this is what I talked about. We go from very informal to extremely informal.
I never it.
Oh, gotta stop talking bad about her now.
Now you stop talking.
I'll just tell Nick, I said this is exactly what I meant when I said, you know, we have our formal show, which is very informal, and then we go kind of afterwards, and that's when it gets extremely informal.
Yeah. All right, guys, I got to run. It was good chatting with you all, though. Thanks, everybody who watched, and, you know, see you next week.
Yeah, great. See you, Nick.
Okay, see you guys.
Have a good one. Bye. Well, Tracy, thanks so much for coming.
Yeah, I was going to say, I got to run as well. That was very fun.
Yeah, please do. And, you know, start your own. We'll hop on yours, too. I mean, what?
Yeah, we will be doing that. The sisters and I are going to chat, and we're going to get going. We think this is great.
So I'm going to pause the recording here when we get off, and I'll upload it to YouTube. So you'll be able to go to my the Dan330 MSP account,